Got the side by side all loaded up. Got my tent, my chair. Rake is over there, but this is the bulk of my stuff. Clothes, CPAP, pillow, dinner, drinks, sleeping bag, air mattress, all sorts of stuff in here. Hammock. But yep, that's everything. Maybe I can make it down there. Well, I'm back at the spot that I found last time. So I didn't expect to be here this soon after I found it, but we're gonna see how this goes. Like a game, like horseshoes, but with firewood. I'm not doing too good so far. But I'm getting better. All right, I got all the firewood hauled over here. Yeah, I can find it in the woods, but it rained last night and I don't know. I thought I didn't want to work so hard, but it was hard work bringing that over here. I'll show you how far I had to take it. You saw me throwing it across the creek, so it all landed, well, somewhere in here. And then, of course, I had to throw it from all the way over there. So, yeah, I'm going to, normally I take a good old Steve Wallace step 2 once I get the tent set up and my living quarters set up. But I'm kind of pooped, so I'm gonna go ahead and take me a drink. I don't know, should I have my tent facing that way, or that way? Can't make up my mind. All right, I gotta make a fire ring. I've got 2 rocks down, several to go. This is my little power bank. It's a Renogy. I can't tell you any more about it than that right now. I don't know how many watts it is. All that stuff, I don't understand all that. I have to use an AC inverter though. Is that what it's called, an AC inverter? Because the Renogy only has a DC port. Well, all right, I think that's enough. The tote for my nightstand. I keep my power bank on my nightstand for my CPAP. Got to have a DC cord for my CPAP for the power bank. Car lighter type. Pretty much ready. Oh yeah, I got to get my CPAP. Well, it's that time. Today, I'm smoking a Cohiba. It might be a Cuban, but there are a lot of knockoffs. My dad got this for me. I don't know, he went on a cruise, I forget where they went. But maybe it'll be good anyway. First draw's pretty good. Water. I should have drank this before I drank that Grapico. I know. Thought I'd transfer over here. Maybe I won't burn a hole in my hammock. Okay, I'm gonna get out of the hammock and I'm gonna let you see it, even though it's gonna be embarrassing. Not as bad as I thought it'd be. This is my firewood, like you've never seen firewood before or something. No, I'm showing you because it's not that much. That's what I brought that I threw over the creek, pre-split, and then this other stuff I found around the camp, and a lot of it's wet. I'm just trying to decide when to start the fire. I don't want to run out of firewood before I'm ready for the fire to dissipate. I forgot to clear out the area where I put my fire ring. So, I don't know, it's probably not gonna, sundown is probably not till for another 2 hours. But I've got to cook over my fire. Not sure what to do. Isn't this a great place? I don't know that I'll be back though, as great as it is. Crossing that creek just, it's hard. ChatGPT, Gemini, and Copilot all say that this amount of wood will probably last 3 to 4 hours, but I don't know, I'm doubting it. And it doesn't, this camera does not do justice. There's a little bit more than what it looks like in this camera. So I'm still wondering. I mean, it's getting, the light's fading down here in the woods, that's for sure. But I've got my table set up over here, the stuff that I'm gonna need. Whoop, I need to turn that off. You know how we see things out of the corner of our eyes? Sometimes it startles us. Boy, I saw that garbage bag hanging in the corner of my eye. Got startled for a second. And I'm sure it will happen again. Wanted to go ahead and show y'all what I'm doing with my fire while I've still got light. I'm still not gonna start it quite yet, but I just read about this, the top-down method. So I put my bigger pieces on the bottom. I did a small log cabin on the bottom, and then I put, again, the bigger pieces on the bottom, and then I put my medium-sized branches on top of those and made kind of a floor. And then I put my little twigs on top of that with my fire starter. Now you can see my fire starter in there, and it's underneath that little pile of twigs. So I'm going to try this tonight. What I read said it might help the fire to last longer, at least in the beginning, I guess. So I'm going to give it a try. I'll light it up here in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and light this because I think at this point I'll have plenty to last as long as I want it to, a couple of hours probably. And also I want to eat, so here we go. Try this top-down method. Here we go. Most of that top wood is actually a little wet, so fire's going good. It's tall and nice, but those sticks are having a little bit of trouble catching. I busted up a wooden railing that we used at the bottom of our stairs to keep our dogs from going up. So I've put some of those there. Those I know are dry. That is a big old moth. But I'd rather him not be on my chair. As you can see, I've been feeding it a little bit because those sticks, those branches, they're wetter than I thought they were. I'm afraid it'll go out, but at this point I'm going to experiment with it and just leave it alone and see what happens. No, I couldn't leave well enough alone. I doctored it up a little bit more. It looked like it was going to go out. I don't want it to go out. I don't want to have to restart it. So I put a couple of pieces up there that I know are dry. Hopefully that'll fuel it good enough to get those sticks on the bottom heated up and dry enough. Yes, I put more on there. I couldn't help it. All right, it's time to get my supper going. Good old foil pack. What could be in there? We'll find out soon enough. I went ahead and moved the foil pack directly on the fire itself. I've never done one before, so I don't know if that'll work or if it'll get it too done or what. I'll find out. Okay, I'm gonna see how this turned out. Maybe I'll be able to eat this without dirt or leaves. Well, there you have it. Smoked sausage, potatoes, and I had onions in the bottom. I think the onions have been disintegrated. Ooh, but the potatoes are done. That's what I was afraid of. All right, let's move it up to my makeshift table. And for dessert, cherry turnovers. You know I only go with the best and the fanciest. There's no cherry in that bite. Okay, I'm gonna head to the tent, go to sleep. It is dark out here. Well, it's finally the end of the day, and it was warm. I got very sweaty and stinky, and tonight it's nice. It's 64 at this point. Supposed to get down to 59. I could see my breath, but it's not freezing. I still had on a t-shirt. So I'm looking forward to sleeping in this cool night. So I've just got to take my medicines, and then I will hit the hay. Good night. Good morning. Well, that's all that was left of my firewood last night. So I timed it pretty well.